Yeah, like you said, I think it's going to be a whole... Taking phones out of schools is not really going to do it.
It's not going to.
It's just society is molded this way now, so it's just
Everywhere
the way things
you
are
turn.
going.
Yeah.
But what, so we talk about what people are doing, what kids are doing, families, whatever, but, what is going on, in the schools themselves, I think, what's happening there that is also contributing to the decline in education.
Yeah. I see what you're doing here. Okay, so this is another elephant in the room, but it's a sensitive spot. But the reality is, it's not uncommon that students, and you watch heaps of videos online, of students being taught about the whole gender identity and sexuality. Sex education is kind of being discussed or considered to be started at 5 years old. And so you think to yourself, it's like, whoa, why are schools so swallowed up with sex education and sexual identity and the whole gender ideology? Because, there's the story in Whangarei of the students that identified as a cat, and it was taken to the principal to have litter trays for the student. And I'm thinking, like, adults, the teachers are totally engaging this and affirming it in the school, instead of saying, oh, actually, by the way, schools are not designed for cats. So if you're a cat, I think you're in the wrong place. Like, straight up, I think you're in the wrong place. And so if you want cat rights, we offer none at this school. Actually, we don't allow students to come with pets here. So, sorry, please take your cat back home. Problem solved. No more issues, because we don't have cat toilets and we don't do litter trays. And actually, we don't invest in books for cats either. And we don't speak meow. But the teachers are tolerating it, so they'll feed into this idea and then sort of be swallowed up with the children's emotions because you're not affirming me as a cat. And it's like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here to pander to your emotions. That's your parent. I'm here to try and give you the best future that you can have, to teach you maths, reading, and writing. And then you will be equipped for the future that the world has for you.
Yeah, it's so because, teachers and all these people play into whatever people are saying, I want to be a cat, and they play into it, then it becomes part of what the school system does, what the education system does. Because if anyone speaks against it, you get cancelled, you can get fired, all these things. That it said the principal had to take leave because they were so distressed about this issue of the cat.
Deal with.
The girls trying to be cats. And, you look at a teacher in Christchurch who was fired for, not using the correct pronouns for what a student wanted to be called. And it's like, people are getting fired over that, and the education system is worried about that. But is any teachers getting fired because your kid is failing math?
Honestly, that's where the issues
fired because you can't read?
So relevant.
No one's bringing up those issues in the newspaper or the headlines saying, my kid didn't get taught how to do math, so this teacher should be fired.
Where's the accountability, for the
that.
actual standards that matter in school?
But we're worried about, you didn't call me he or she. It's like that is what education is coming to now.
Totally.
And this is why there's a decline in these things, because there's no focus on that. It's more about, we've got to be sensitive to teach. Do you want to be a boy? Do you want to be a girl? Do you want to be an animal?
Yes.
These sort of issues.
Are you bi? Are you straight?
Yeah.
Are you queer? Are you gay?
It's like we've got awareness weeks for all of this stuff, days for that.
Months for this gender, sexual thing. And it's like, bro, whoever came to school and it's like, oh, Trent, how's it going, bro? My name's Clayton and I'm gay. It's like, bro, who cares? I don't care what you do in your private space.
Gold star for you, man.
Yeah, cool story, bro. But why is sexuality such a big deal? Like, who cares whether you're straight or whatever? It's like kids aren't interested in who you sleep with anyway. If you want to do that, go do that. That's not what the schools were started for,
I think that's the problem with the education system, is because they're focusing more on that than actually educating people for what they need for the skills when they get out into the real world.
Absolutely.
And I think that's probably one of the contributing factors for the decline in students. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.